G'day guys, it's Tim from Tim's Adventures. I've decided to do a cab and we'll have a look at this cab right now and we'll see how we go. 65 carat turtle. There she is. Okay, there she is, bronze, as you can see. Very strong bronze. Okay, so have a look at the other side. Yep. Now, what I'm going to do with it is I will chop it, cut it on the saw and cut it that way, so it will be one big square and then it will be one piece left over, which we can do whatever it turns out. So alright guys, let's go to the saw and cut it down. Alrighty, here we go. Let's have a look. Now she was 65. Now we've got 40 carat, 40.75 one piece, and 23.6 the other piece. Okay, we'll put this on a dop stick and square her up. Look at that, look how thick she is. Oops. Yep, square her up and start doming it. So there's our lowest point, right there. That's going to be our dome. So that's the way she's going to go, a little bit lower. But we'll see when we square it up. Okay, so I'll put it on a dop stick. Okay, here we go. Whack it on the dop stick. And plenty of glue on this one. We'll be using all of it. Because we don't want it to move. That's it. We're going to square it up. Oops. Okay. So do that for the moment. Okay. All right. We can do it that way. That looks pretty much right, and that one has definitely got to go that way quite a bit. I've got to do this up here guys, so give me a sec to work this out. Alright, so that has to be spun around. Well, see, I've got to go square with that. Okay, so you see, like that. That's roughly square there. Yep. And because that's got to be chopped off a little bit more than the other side. Okay, that's it there. She's right now. She's even, so I'll put her up here and let it dry. As you can see, there she is up there, right there. Alright guys, back shortly with the beginning on the lap on the faceting machine with a rough cut of 600, and then we'll do 1100 and so forth. Alrighty guys, here we go. Let's well, I wonder why it doesn't focus. Anyhow, here we go. Now it's all nice and dry, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to create the 4 corners, right? 500 lap, and we'll give that a go. And now I've set it up already. Okay, there we go. Lock it in. I'll give this a go. Okay, I'll take my foot, use it as a footrest here. Okay, I better switch it on. This is not easy if you're not prepared for it. Okay. Alright. Get some water out. Well, not too much. There we go. Perfect. Now, hopefully, I've got this not too much. Okay, that's pretty good there. You can hear that grinding away. Okay, so what I'm looking for is just create a flat edge here. Okay, so we need a lot more than that. As you can see, the dial what I'm doing here is just making the stone. It doesn't have to be square. I don't need it to be exactly square or anything. I just need the 4 sides to be flat at the beginning. Okay, there we go. Just need a bit of light on this to have a look if I'm doing it right. Yeah. Okay. Okay, well, I should have done this a little bit. Okay. I'm going to have to change the angle here. Yeah, that looks a bit better. Okay. I've changed it to suit this a little bit better, to cut this edge, because it's got to even with this one here, if you can see that. I've got to even this, and it's okay, so we've gone 2, we'll do it a couple more, okay, until we get it flat and even. Let's have a look. Yep. I just want to see this before I go too much further in the hand. Okay, yep, she's right. Just didn't look like it. Okay, so I've got to go halfway there. Okay. Yep, nearly there. Okay, just a little bit more. Yeah, that will do me. Okay, so now we're on 5 degrees opposite that. We'll do that. I don't need much over here. Okay, nearly there. Okay, maybe. See what that does. Yeah. Spinning. Whoops. Okay, that's that. Now we'll do the opposite. That one there. That one there. It's getting pretty square there. Looking good so far. As you can see there, starting to square it up. Okay. Yep, that's pretty good. Now we'll do the opposite. And we're nearly there. Just have a look at that. If it's cutting nice and even, yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, and I can show you now what I've done. Alright, have a look at that. Okay, so I haven't done this edge. Oh yes, I have. Okay, here we go. There. Now I'm just going to shape the stone. So now I can start doming it. And I'm yet to work out which way I want to do it, whether I do it on the cabbing machine or whether I do it on here. I think the cabbing machine would probably go quicker and we'll get the basic outline and we'll see how we go there. Then doing it here, because here I just needed to do this, and that's it. And we're ready, and we're going to see how we go with this big beauty. All right. So it's not a small stone, it's a large stone. Large cab. Yeah. Just a little bit here. Actually, let me just, I can do this by hand. That's it, done it. Yeah, little fix. Alright guys, back in a sec. Alright, here we go. I just gotta get in there. So there's the stone. Okay, I'll put glasses on. I made this up myself to stop the water. Now, as you can see how quick it gets eaten. I mean, that is just super quick on these. Okay, so you've got to be very careful because it will eat the whole stone really quick if you don't watch out. And this is using a 600. As you can see what I'm creating. There you go. Yeah. I can see these are a little bit uneven, but that's alright. I'll even it out. I'm going to even this out so all the sides are similar before I turn around and take the crown. Got to be very careful because this strips it off really quick. As I'm noticing. See that? I kept going to the wrong side. Go, we're starting to get a little bit of, look at that. So you got to really, really curve it properly to get that dome exactly right, to get that star to shine all the way over. Okay, so we got a bit more here. Now see, I've created the new shape. Have a look. That's it there. Okay. Whoops. Sorry guys, that's my foot. Now I've just got to figure out where she's not even, and that's what I'm doing visually, where it needs to be taken off to make it all nice and even. Now on the flying, absolutely no pressure at all, right? And what I might do is actually go to the next one, go to this wheel here, stop this one, go to this one now. Now I'm pretty sure this is a 600, a 1000, I think. Not 100% sure. just looking at it under the light. Okay, that's it there. Okay. Now I've got to clean it up. Alright guys, I'll be back after I do a little bit more in the third one as well. And then we'll be back and you'll see the big difference. Alright guys, I've cleaned it up a bit. Okay, there it is there. I don't know if that, out of here you can't see a star, but the star is starting to form. I did it on the lap, on the faceting machine, to get it perfectly round because I'm not used to this machine yet. So here we go. Once I learn it, it should be alright. Now I am putting a fair bit of pressure on this. Not too much, but still a fair bit. Yeah, I've got a star here. I'm getting a star here already. Now I've just got to look at it properly with the light torch. Well, okay. Yeah. It's miles to go. It's very rough. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see that. See that? It's not smooth at all. Alright, so I've got to clean that up. What you call a wet. I'm not used to getting this wet. Okay, I've got to have a look at it. Yeah, that's way rough. Too rough yet. Okay, I might have to go back one to get rid of this roughness. Alright guys, leave it with me and I'll be back in a minute. Alright guys, I'm doing it with 50,000, but I had to put the glass, my magnifying glasses on, and I'll show you what's going on now. In just second or two. I'm going to have to go over the whole thing again because I sort of stuffed up. I mean, the stone looks brilliant, but until you magnify it, is it noticeable. Okay, we'll switch that water off. Okay. Go like this, clean it, and then we'll see. Yeah, look at that. There's a star, all good, but if you magnify it, can you see the dirty bits that haven't been polished? Yeah. So that's where I'm at. Okay, well what we'll do, I'll leave this because I'm pretty tired now. I haven't got Judy Ann, don't forget guys. She's been helping me out quite a bit. And now I've got the peg leg on, basically. And makes it a lot harder to move around. So there she is. Okay, now I've got a few lights here and she stars up on all of them. Yeah, I had to use these to see it. My glasses, these ones here, didn't show it up. It looked like as if it was finished, but it wasn't. So what I got to do is just switch this machine off. I've got to walk over to the table, holding it with one leg. You see, this is what I got to do to walk around. I got to hold this because, yeah, okay. I'm getting there. You know, it's getting better. Actually, on Tuesday, I'll go over to Cairns Hospital, and hopefully they'll take that piece of bone that's been poking out on the side. I don't know if told you guys, but anyhow, got a piece of bone and they have to operate on it. They're going to give me a sonic wave machine to get the bone going, growing, and yeah, so I'll be gone a day or two, God knows. You know, it's a minor operation, but you know, according to them it could be something more. But anyhow, the stone looks really good, and I will finish it on a second video, but we'll have a look at it in the sunlight now before the sun goes away. So I'll be back in a sec. Alrighty guys, I'm outside with a bit of sunshine and we'll have a look at it now. There she is. Yeah. I don't know if you guys can see that. That's a beautiful star there. Okay. Woohoo, happy days. Okay. Yeah, it's going to make a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful men's ring. Okay, now this is sun setting when the sun is directly, yeah, see, okay, like that. When you get closer you can see it, but you can see it clearly there. I can see it very clearly here. Yeah, she's nice. Love it. Done. Okay, now I can get back in the house, and what I'll do, second video, I'll finish it off, clean up those spots so she's perfect, and then we'll weigh it up and see how we go. Alrighty, that's the end of this video, guys. So I'll see you on the next one. Like, share, subscribe, ring that notification bell, thumbs up. God bless you all. See you on the next one. Bye for now.